She's got laughter, she's got tears. Janet Gershlick through the years. Bring your heart, bring your dreams. It's time for Southwold Scribblings.
This is me, Janet Gershlick, with Southwold Scribblings. Now, you may see and hear behind me a lot of noise and hustle and bustle, which is New York. And I don't know about you, but I love the noise and hustle and bustle of New York. So I've decided to sit in a park and let you share, the atmosphere of what's going on here. So I studied drama in New York quite a few years ago now, but I also decided to study at Lee Strasberg. Now I'll tell you why, he was very famous in just a moment, but he opened the Lee Strasberg Theatre and Film Institute, which is what I attended. And the Method School of Acting has been used by lots of actors, including Dustin Hoffman, James Dean, and Marilyn Monroe. And I just wanted to try and explain what method acting is. So method acting, I hope I haven't got this wrong, but method acting, according to Lee Strasberg, was something called muscle memory. And this is really important in the whole thing of it. In fact, you started off with muscle memory. And the idea was that your muscle memory, and I'll see how to do it in a moment, your muscle memory then released emotions which you could then use to do a performance. So for me, as I remember it was a few years ago now, muscle memory was like sitting on the floor and then just waving your arms around, legs about. So it was all sort of like coordinated movements, and then people started to shout out because they suddenly got a muscle memory that brought out some personal experiences. So, it wasn't easy because you'd then have to present these personal experiences, which you may have had to bury deep inside you without this muscle memory, to do your performance. So this went on for a long time. I might even do it again. Hang on. This went a long time, and then people started shouting out because, as I say, they found their muscle memory. And so I found it difficult. And there's lots of reasons. You can tell I found that movement slightly difficult. And to be honest, I think I remember it went on for at least an hour. And that was probably 56 minutes too long for me. And so muscle memory and presenting your emotions, then using your emotions to perform, as I said before, it didn't quite work for me. Because then when I went on to do performances, I realised that I can't remember any lines whatsoever. So the worst thing is that I remember my partner in crime almost, bless them, so if you absolutely presented the words or the sentences as you should, they were reliant on the last word that you spoke for them to, pick up the script and carry on. I had to warn them though that actually I would never ever say the sentence in the same order all the time. In fact, I never said the sentence in the same order. So they would look slightly bewildered because they didn't know which was happening, what the last word might be. And of course, it put a lot of pressure on them to try and present something from what I was saying. And at the time, I don't think I could even remember my name. I couldn't even remember who I was. It got so bad and so stressful. And I couldn't do it. It just wasn't for me. And I remember by the teachers, and there was plenty of supervision, plenty of teachers that tell you what to do. And one particular time was terrible because we were doing it in front of producers and people that, we wanted to look at us and maybe employ us one day. And I messed it all up. I messed it up for me and for the person who was actually with me. So I was deeply sorry for that. I'm hoping they have recovered. So they said to me, the teachers, Janet, we don't think this is for you. I said to them, you're right. I cannot remember any lines whatsoever. And I could just about remember my name. And they said, which is, a useful tip. They said to me, why don't you can ad-lib? Certainly I said, yes, I know, I can ad-lib. And so that moved me forward, even though it was a long time ago, to realise that what I do best is not, I cannot remember any lines, but what I can do, I hope, fingers and toes crossed, I can ad-lib my way through a few performances, which I'm hoping to I've done just now. Okay, so that's it. That was my, how long did I stay? That was my probably year in New York at the Strasberg Film and Theatre Institute, done in 5 minutes. This has been Janet Gershik with Southwold Scribblings. Enjoy New York.
She's got laughter, she's got tears. Janet Gershik through the years. Bring your heart, bring your dreams, 'cause it's Southwold Scribblings. Oh yeah.